Okay, so this video is going to go over erasure. So what erasure is basically taking an image and taking out a part of it. Usually it implies that you're taking out a piece of history, but for what we're doing, we're just going to take an image and again, mainly kind of look at using the clone stamp and the fill tools to take something out of an image. Okay, so there's a tank image, so I need you to have you open it and download it. Then I need you to go to Photopea, go new project. You can call it erasure, you can call it clipping, you can call it whatever you want to. Okay, photo 5x7, resolution 150. Although, if you are going to be doing a decent amount of this, I will let you know the higher the resolution, the easier it makes it to do clipping, cutting, and those kind of applications. And though I'm going to flip this so it's horizontal, I'm going to go to create. Then I'm going to go file, open in place, find my tank image. I'm going to drag it so it fills the screen, hit enter. So this is a picture of the famous Tiananmen Square tank stoppage. But for what we're going to do, we're going to take out this man so that it just looks like a tank driving down the road. So this one we are going to need to rasterize because we are going to play with the pixels. Okay. So here are some of your options. One, you have the ability to select. So first thing I'm going to do is just take and make a selection on the lower half of the gentleman. And then if you go to edit, fill, in fill, you have a whole bunch of different options. Go to content aware. What content aware is going to do, it's going to look around the object and then it's going to try and fill it in based on what's around the object. And it does take a little time. But if you notice, it kind of went through, filled in, although it did move this little section of the road. If you get something like that where it pulls in part of the road, you can always then go back in, select that little part, and repeat the process. What it's doing is taking an algorithm and then applying the algorithm to what's on it, like the pixel colors, shapes that are around it, and then it kind of gets rid of it. I'm going to deselect. So ideally, you've just taken out his lower part of his body. So the next part becomes a little trickier. Again, we're dealing with a little bit more detailed work for what's around him. So what we're going to do, so the first part, again, we just selected. This time we're going to come to the tool that looks like an old school library stamper. This is your clone stamp. So the way the clone stamp works, it's a brush, but you do have to tell it what you're going to draw from. So right now, to kind of account for this little part of the body, I'm going to come over from this part of the tank tread. I'm going to hold the Alt key. So you'll see it make a little crosshair. Click. So that's telling the computer where it's going to pull from. And if you notice, it'll bring it over so you can see what's going to be in the image. Again, you can make it bigger, smaller with your bracket tools. And I'm just going to take. You'll see the little X appear kind of where it's pulling from. And then now I'm just going in and taking that tank tread from the other side to fill it in. And then I'm going to come up here. And then I'm going to grab some tank tread around here. So again, Alt. Again, if you grab too close, you'll notice a little bit kind of awkward and misplaced. Doesn't mean you can't then come back in here and grab from a different spot. kind of fill it in. And again, it's kind of going back and forth and kind of making adjustments. And again, if you need to soften out a little area, sometimes it's nice to take a brush, a little black, and ideally just kind of come along and just kind of soften up the shadow a little bit. And on the next part, we're going to get rid of his last little arm. So I'm going to come over here, grab from out here, paint that in. Continue the line through. And ideally, we've kind of eliminated him from existence. So this is for the eraser project, and then go under File, Export as JPEG, and save it.